You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
What's good? What's cracking? Each deal world, man.
Yo.
Big old deal.
Man.
What's happening?
Peace and blessings, people, man. You have now entered the Patio PolitiCz underneath the patio where we chopping big game.
Yes, sir.
Dropping jewels of wisdom and knowledge, man, and just flooding y'all with nothing but positivity, perspective, and
observing this punk ass world around us.
Man, that part, and how to navigate around this punk ass motherfucker. Fellas, how y'all feeling though?
Hey,
everyone, man,
groundly.
Yes, sir. Today, man, we got a special show. So we're gonna be talking about two topics in one.
Oh, word.
We can swing it however y'all want to.
Okay.
As y'all know, it's becoming to be an epidemic in Hollywood where all these couples are divorcing. So my question to y'all, man, where these couples that people were idolizing and, praying and wishing good for, or people are now starting to have divorces. What do y'all think of that? Do true love still exist in these times? Or do y'all think like social media and too many people in your business plays a part on why these people are having divorces, thinking the grass is greener on the other side? So that's one subject. The second subject is just black women castrating our black men publicly on TV in front of the world. We ain't gonna say names because they ain't paying us for it, but y'all know who and what I'm talking about.
And when you mean that, like you mean like on a personal level or just period?
Period. I would challenge that too and say on a personal level, man, you going in front of the world and saying shit about your husband, for the world to see.
It should be in out.
Shouldn't be on Front Street at all.
He's not there to speak on his behalf, to say his his grievances or his differences, or to speak on his behalf.
So like stuff we don't need to know this.
You're supposed to stand behind them and you turn them down.
Exactly.
In front of everybody.
That shows everybody else that you're not
supposed to depend on you to have my back in rooms I'm not in, and the rooms that
hey, nah, man. And I know we on the introduction side, but like, man, just knowing like we'll see the good. But what about seeing the bad too? I'm only saying that to say like sometimes we only see one side of a relationship.
One side, and how the world views it. They only listen to one side, the woman's side, and everything. And also too, in that, as the man is getting slowly but surely castrated, kicking him while he's already fucking down, like psychologically, just. A lot of shit. You get what I'm saying?
Like, gotta get itself together for the relationship, but now I gotta defend myself against the world now too.
You get what I'm saying?
Gaslighting him.
Man, that part. So, while y'all rocking with us, we gonna rock with the theme. Shout out to all the sponsors. Y'all like, share, subscribe. And man, don't go nowhere. This one gonna be special. It's the Patio PolitiCz.
We hope you stay a while, cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try, cause it's right up for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like, Come on and just give us a try, I said it's right up for life. Come in with the shows that you like. We trying to be the best on the mic. DJ playing cuts that you like, It could be the start of your day, or maybe just the end of your night, But if you rock it with us, Patio PolitiCz is gonna do you right. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. Cause it's right for life. Trying to be part of your life. We got whatever you like. Come on and just give us a try. We hope you stay a while.
Stay a while, because if you don't, we gonna throw one of these shiesty ass, scandalous, telling all your business ass women on you. Man. Let them in and ruin your fucking life with deceit. Deceit.
Is that fair?
No, it's not fair, and it's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. It is
fucked up.
I immediately want to ask, like, is that a relationship, or like how long have business relationships been together and the contract is just running out?
You talking about in terms of celebrity relationships?
You know how some of them are paired up. Like their publisher said that I have to date you, or you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Depending on the ones who got certain deals and all the hokey pokey shit that's
so
going on in the background.
damn, you bringing kids into this world.
I mean,
yeah,
and you've seen
that
the
happens.
kids.
That
that's
happens.
crazy.
You've seen the kids.
That's demonic though.
It is.
That's
It is.
crazy, man.
That's another form of selling your soul away.
It happens. It happens. So that's where I automatically go to the thought process.
Because there are a lot of couples. I will speak to one. I don't know if y'all familiar with Ozzie Davis and Ruby Dee. They both were actor and actress who was together probably 40, 50, 60 years. Y'all seen Do the Right Thing with Spike Lee? Mm-hmm. Okay, you know the old man that was drunk in the movie. He always walked to that old woman, the pretty old woman with the white hair, and he'd be badgering her, and she like, get away from me, drunk old man. You always drunk. When y'all see the movie Do the Right Thing, y'all, yeah. But they're a real couple in real life. So they didn't march with King, program with Malcolm X, was in the civil rights movement, but they was a solid ass couple, and both. Rest in peace to both of them. They transitioned, but they were still together up until they, transitioned.
So death did them part.
Man, exactly. But in shit, death didn't do them part because everybody aspired to have that type of relationship.
So that's like a real union.
Man, come on.
What a union
Were they both
be.
great actors?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then going traveling together, doing the marches and shit when love was real fucking love. Mm-hmm. And then just go to people that's kind of not celebrity, but you got Coretta and Martin Luther King, Betty Shabazz and Malcolm X. They said that King was into some shit that he shouldn't have been into, which is his personal business. His preference. But one thing about it, even while the FBI was on Coretta Scott King, she didn't bend her phone. Now you gotta understand, in the midst of them attempting to shut down King, she was getting tapes given to her, phone calls of him flirting and fucking with other girls while he go do his shit. They said he was having sex parties and all that. And you gotta understand, y'all, this is during a time of no social media.
Oh yeah.
Man, imagine that thought process as a woman. You can't even look to see what's going on.
You don't know where he at.
You don't know where he at. You don't know who he with. You call in the hotel, he ain't answering. So imagine that thought process then versus
heightened
now
emotions.
to where you can FaceTime a motherfucker. People, you can
check their location, ping, all that shit without even having to talk to you.
Man, so but saying that to say, Coretta Scott King never folded though.
Yeah.
She could have told the police everything, never folded. She could have went to the media when they had called and say, "Oh, he cheating on you. He got a baby out of wedlock. He got this." And even through hearing that, she never folded. Like that's the type of woman I want. Even though you mad, you hurt that I done did what I did, you not allowing your emotions, women. That's emotional intelligence to supersede your love for me. In the bond, in the covenant we made under God.
No, they won't like that.
I mean, but doing all that, is that the type of woman you deserve?
What at that point?
Yeah.
Nah, but that's his bond. That's his thing that he has to deal with the Most High.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're speaking more to the fact that they made the covenant, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, just in general, just people honoring their bonds and they word.
Yeah, for better, for worse.
Yeah, for better, for worse, because they don't take a piece of paper to honor that. Like, remember back in the days when cats would be like, "We blood brothers," and they'd slice, do that shit. Niggas didn't know what they was doing and how crazy it was health wise. You don't know what your brother got, but it was still a loyalty bond that connected two people for the rest of their lives. And like back then when best friends between a guy and a girl was really a real fucking thing. Yeah. With no fucking attached, but it's like I got her no matter what, who I'm with, and vice versa. It's supposed to be like that through life, and now I feel it ain't that no more. It's saturated bad. Like even when Mac was saying, just the contract shit, the business relationships, like that shit is fucked up.
It's real.
Yeah, it's fucked
like
up.
Capitalism, basically. Like it being more so about capitalism than the real intermediate.
Yeah. I think a lot of it tailors down to, and I hate to just take it there, but it's part of the enemy's plan, which has been over a long time to slowly like water us down to believing in superficial stuff. We talked about on a different show how people are trained to put value in things, not others. Yeah. And then specifically in one of the books we read, was talking about how, what do people think of on their deathbed? They don't be thinking like, man, I wish I worked another corporate shift. Yeah. Or man, I wish I would have, done that overtime that one time 20-something years ago. It's like, no, the intangibles matter. And love often is the first thing that comes to mind, because if it's not a significant other love, it's a family type of love. But oftentimes that significant other comes first. Yeah. And then we look at how everything traces back to how God said it was supposed to be, Yeah. Your priority first, your spouse, then your family, then everything else, from there. the Hollywood version of it is really just all for show,
right?
You know, and so. And when people are saying goals, it's like, no, you're saying goals for what you see on TV.
Like Mac always say, it's the perception of what they think.
Yeah, and it started early because it became business after a while. But you know, there's certain placements like, okay, you're a high profile individual. I want to place this person next to you because they're going to look good next to you. They're going to make you look good.
Yeah, and
it like started, but we could go back even further. Like, oh man. Way back in the day, I give you my daughter at how old? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a recycling of that, like pure love and pure relationships. Like, how do you really see them? Do you see them often? There's certain actors that can make you believe that it exists.
Hell yeah. That's why they get Academy Awards.
Exactly. And then when shit go down the drain, it's just like, oh, I'm heartbroken. Like, you fooled me. Like, y'all motherfuckers got me.
Like, well, just to name a few, the whole with Megan Good, her husband. The Queen that was on Sister to Sister. I don't want to get the sisters mixed up. I don't know if it's Tia or Tamara.
The twin.
Tia.
But she was with somebody too. Then you got Jeezy's situation. You know what I'm saying? Where that just, because then you know people was talking shit about that because on some race shit. Well, why? You know, and that then came to what it is. You got the Remy and Papoose. It's a lot of shit where you like, man, then you got Tiana Taylor and Iman, like shit like that. And it's just, you see a lot of people.
And those are some of the good ones that you thought were the good ones. Like, these is going to be, y'all, we solid here.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. Like, I was very let down by the whole Megan Good, Devon Franklin situation.
A lot of people were.
Because when I looked at that, like, I remember going from, and I mean, I'm just being transparent with y'all. I remember going from a point where, like, I was annoyed by him when I first seen him come out with some of the stuff he said, especially in his book. Then I was like, all right, nah, I tend, you know, I do a lot of reflection. So I'm like, all right, let me hear what the brother's really saying. Then I was a fan, and I read 3 of his books. Then one of his books he wrote that didn't sit right with me, and he did a lot of kind of talking about men and what our problems were. But then ultimately I'm like, bro, but you're the one, like, taking lead on everything and putting all this stuff in the books and telling everybody else how they're supposed to be, and you going on Steve Harvey and Oprah and all this stuff, and this is how you end up. You know, and I'm sorry to say, like, no, you don't get a pass on that, because if you're the one who's in charge as a leader, it's like, yo, if you're the quarterback and you don't fucking know the plays, and now we're out here taking hits and shit we shouldn't have to, like, so what? You got a tough night. Like, no, you took lead.
I think I think too, even with that, man, it's about perception and how people viewed him. Because and then I believe a lot of this shit, y'all, why they divorce and have these breakups, is social influence. I'm a firm believer. What people don't know, they can't ruin. You get what I'm saying? And if you always got motherfuckers in your business 24 hours a day, everybody's not PRAYing for your success. You got motherfuckers PREYing on your downfall.
On you.
On you and your downfall and success. They preying on your kids and not in a good way. They want bad things to happen to your kids.
Or they so used to the trauma be like, nah, or he ain't no good man. Ain't no such thing. Like, they got the fixed perception. Like, ain't no such thing as a nigga not cheating on you.
They done already created that failure in their head.
Exactly.
So they waiting for it.
And when you got that energy, 60% of that energy being projected on you every day with your pictures, and only 40% of it is genuine love and happiness for people, that 60 is going to overrule that at all costs.
I also think too, I was going to say, go ahead.
No, I was about to ask the question, like even on the other side, do you feel like it's a good idea, like, even if you do got a good relationship and knowing that the world is damaged because they seeing a lot of fucked up shit, you know, like, meaning that, do we want to share that just to, like, uplift the world? Like, what y'all think about that type of approach? Like,
I feel you got to be real strategic with that, because how it be coming across, like with the Devon Franklin them, that shit come across real perfect. And they not being open.
But look at how quick they end up in new relationships after that breakup.
And
it's just like, what the fuck?
And not only that, the thing that so if I could be a little more transparent, the thing that got to me about their situation, I'll be 100% transparent with the viewers. They wrote a book called The Wait, right?
Cool.
With Devon Franklin and Make It Good. The Wait, which is about, you know, pursuing celibacy intentionally, you know, and making that a covenant between you and God. I did that from their book. I'm not saying that it wasn't a rewarding experience, but I will say too, that perfection that you're talking about, or how it comes off as, it did kind of come off that way.
Yeah.
Because all you ever saw them was like, oh, man, Devon and Megan are just, you know, and obviously, you know, you're sure like they probably aren't getting along every single moment. But I'm like, my great-grandparents were together 62 years. And I didn't see them living this fake Hollywood bliss.
Nor did they put out a book. Nor was they on Oprah. Nor was they on Steve
I'm
Harvey.
like, you know, a lot of times I see my grandmother and grandpa at each other's throats like, I can't stand your ass.
Yeah.
Get down here now. Answer the phone. And next thing you know, an hour later, they in the living room, slow dancing. And I'm like, I don't understand y'all. And they're like, yeah, well, there ain't no such thing as divorce.
As long as we get each other.
But this is love. This is love. Part of love is you can't stand each other.
But I'm certain they also didn't have people in their business.
Yeah.
What motherfuckers don't understand.
And they wasn't talking.
Man, come on. And people gotta understand with marriage, that shit's it's a job.
Yeah.
Any relationship is a job.
Yeah.
And people think, okay, once I done courted her, once I got her, that's when the job stops.
Nah.
You gotta keep your
Work
position.
hard.
You gotta
Work hard to
maintain
keep what you got.
your position, because the enemy ain't the only person sending you tests. God's sending you tests too to make sure, hey, you sure this is what you want?
I think it's if you, and I hate to keep going biblical, but for those who don't understand, like when you look at how things were initially set up in a garden, the idea is that we always tend to hear like it's a dude's job to continue pursuing the woman, but quite frankly, the example I use all the time is like we're on a ship together. So as we are sailing this thing, it is just as much your job to look out for icebergs and everything else out there that can sink this thing, because if the ship sinks, we both going down.
Yeah.
You know, and then also if you want things to grow from this garden, then you are helping me planting as well too. It's not just me doing this.
And I feel those are conversations that should be happening in the courting process.
Right on.
So you can know who you on the ship with.
Celebrities don't promote that though. Celebrities promote the Instagram relationship.
Because they're
True answers don't come from that all the time anyway.
It's
like you don't show.
Put a motherfucker under pressure.
Yeah, you don't show your full hand because you looking to retrieve what you want out of the situation. So
that's why I said put him under pressure. If you go to a dinner with a girl and she say you want to eat my pussy and fuck me right now, Mac, what you gonna say?
Yep.
Okay. You get no thought process, nothing. But if you like, no, I don't wanna. You a liar, nigga.
But then it comes to a point of the conversation has to progress. Okay, why do you? When do you? How do you?
But now and women don't do that.
Yeah.
They don't even ask that question. But I always challenge them to. They should ask that.
They take that immediate question, that immediate answer, and that's it. Be like, yeah. And either they like it or they don't like it.
Yeah, and but that's why I say it's at that point for her to ask the right questions, all the questions. Now I remember when we was talking to Sean, she said, "Oh no, Dad, you shouldn't ask them questions. Now we playing chess."
So what? What are we here for?
That shit?
What are we here for?
16, 17 to be doing that.
You know, we came to this day because we're both physically attracted to each other. Let's not act like that there's something more than that. It could be, but that's the initial start. That's the root.
I think to even push it a step further in what you're saying, I just think some of the things I hear, you know, I see others talk about on the internet that they say people shouldn't do. Now, I don't agree with shacking up together before you get married.
For sure.
But I will say, like, there are certain things. Like, I remember when CT was on the episode and he was talking about learning how both of you deal with money.
Yeah,
and showing each other that. Showing each other's money.
Man.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a level of transparency you're going to have if you expect to
live with each other for the rest
of your life. So, like, start getting transparent on certain things instead of focusing on dates to Ruth Chris.
Yeah.
You know, looking at, like, okay, you make a lot of money, but you know what? You spend 65% of it. So we're going to have to work with that.
Let's work with that. Are you willing to work with that?
Yeah.
Thinking about what King Brother was saying is like sometimes you can't get to know shit like that.
Right.
I'm thinking about people who have trauma and don't even know they have trauma.
Yeah.
Until whoa.
Yeah.
Where they give you a response that they ain't never gave nobody else, but it's like, whoa, you hit a wound that I ain't even know was there. You know, to where he or she could start responding to something because it's like, damn.
So you start peeling it back.
And I think too, like just the what y'all saying, like slight be the devil's advocate to it. It's like if I want to draft a player on my team, or I see 5 potential players I want to draft, they screen these players before they say, I'm gonna sign you on your team. And in a moment when you come to that building you walking through, you can see if a motherfucker willing to be on your team or not, or if they just content with being drafted to that team. I'm in the NFL, I play for Detroit. Opposed to a motherfucker coming in like, man, I see history in here, I can change this shit for the rest of my life. Like you got long-term players that you can see and short-term, and I think that ties down to us having discernment. So even when you say about the trauma thing, I believe in those moments of pressure, during courting at a date, you can see if this person is willing to walk with you through, or have you walk with them through building, getting, addressing that trauma.
Like through how we get through this, huh?
Yes.
Like the way of it.
Yes.
And you just said something just about the analogy of the stadium.
Yeah.
Some people look at it from what they're getting from it.
Yes.
Rather than what are they giving to it.
Yeah.
Giving.
And that's...
I think that just comes down to discernment.
Yeah, because I was gonna say,
whether or not
a person that want to come and give, I want to come and contribute to the team,
Right.
opposed to what I can get from the team.
So when it's bad, what can I do to make this better?
Yeah.
Not what, damn, this shit's fucking me up. Like, how am I, right.
You gotta want that though.
Yeah,
And that's
right.
Come on.
And that's the thing. Before we go to Rick, that's the thing I want to say too. When it comes to celebrity marriages, or the ones that we're taught to idolize, is that they don't address that. Because I strongly believe too that most people in their hearts actually want to do good, and typically when you come across other giving people, you want to give.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of times people don't want to be the first giver because they worried about being used.
Man, I don't know about that.
I could push back on that.
Let's push back.
I've seen that, but okay.
Hey man, y'all keep it locked. Hope y'all learning something, man. We'll be back in the tick on the Patio PolitiCz. Yes, sir.
A culmination of powerful properties that create balance and produce good energy. Cultivating a culture of mindfulness is a daily battle. We target your inner me. Physiological effects, change you can truly feel. Aesthetically pleasing on the surface, but handmade to help you heal, 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 heal.
You are now rocking with the Patio PolitiCz.
Yeah. Man, we
like
getting
Mac.
We getting deep, man. It's gonna be one of them ones, okay?
Man,
Oh, okay. Now you had a little pushback on.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not feeling that all the way, because you got some people that actually want to love and is genuine.
Yeah.
And you got some folks that don't give a shit but will accept it if it's there.
And that's, oh man, that's why I say, man, discernment is a fucking powerful.
Yeah,
because that hurt, man.
It's really you really gotta feel that as soon as you come into the scenario or the room or whatever. You have to read the room. You have to see it. You gotta feel it. It gotta run through you. It gotta trigger something within your gut to just be like, okay, is something right about this or is something wrong about that? And if you can't get no read,
you can feel it, man.
Yeah, if you can't get no read, that's somewhere you really shouldn't be. Because it's too much going on to where you could just point out something that's like, nah.
What if it's not too much going on and you still can't read it? Do you still need to get out too at that point?
Hell yeah, because somebody gonna take advantage of your ass. You oblivious at that point.
Okay, I was a little bit lost on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
He was basically countering what you were saying.
I know, but I was a little lost on like how you were countering it exactly. Because all I'm saying is simply like, I feel like people at the core want to give or want to be giving. Like most people.
No, not everybody wants to be given. It sounds good. But everybody does not want to be given.
I hate to agree with him, but I agree with you.
It sounds good. You would want everybody to be a giving type of person, but
world to be a better
some
place.
takers. We got takers out here.
I feel like most people at the core though, like want to do good.
But you know what though? You know what? I feel like this is a teaching moment, you know what I mean? And receive it, King brother, you feel me? Because you got three men right here giving you the same thing.
Okay.
And I hear what you're saying. It's like ultimately the state of everybody in their most ultimate state, you feel me, of love. But when you think about, sometimes we learn love from our households.
Yes.
And what if they had people around them that
shit was takers.
Blindly and unblindly.
And now they can respond to that two different ways. They can become that, or they can like do differently because they don't like the feeling of it. But then you got some people who, you know, they really are those people to where it's like,
and man, just to piggyback off Ryder was saying, that ties down to that turning somebody into a hero and watching them become the villain type shit.
Okay.
What you do with that pain? Do you become a taker because by default you was raised in a taking situation, or do you hate it and despise it so much you grow to be the biggest giver you can be?
And that's
I guess I'm
that's
just looking
still
at
two
it.
different things because there's hardly ever any barter and trade where you're giving and taking back and forth to where it evens out and y'all progressing together.
I guess I'm just looking at
somebody
it in the sense of,
receives.
like me.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at
That's why you got a 69, man.
Yeah. Hey.
Come on.
Same time, same time.
Only if she on some funny shit. Because if you dealing with somebody that's a giver and you a giving man, you gonna want to give her more than she giving you.
Yeah,
and then
and
she gonna want to
vice
give,
versa.
and we gonna keep.
It's gonna ping
But that's
pong.
but that's
gonna be.
what
I
I'm
love
saying in
you.
the
I
sense
love
of,
you
like,
more. I love you more. Like,
And it's not a competition. It's just
It's not.
this feels so fucking good.
Yes.
Like, yeah, I want to give you everything because you giving me everything, and we ain't even got to ask for it from each other. We just know that
that's relationship goals.
Yeah,
Hey, that's a cheat code too, man.
What
Just what you said. I want
Yeah.
just for a second.
Yes.
If you see how they perform and what they give in the intimate space,
Yes.
this is like you ain't got. This is nothing.
Yeah.
This is like you gonna get the most neutral state of somebody. And you see what they give in that space, you gonna have a great direct correlation to what they gonna give outside of that.
Outside of
It's
that.
like I ain't got no worries.
And then elaborate too, because when we talk about intimacy, it don't even have to be in a sexual intimacy.
It doesn't.
It could be her
Doesn't.
sitting and listening to you for hours.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Can I
There's many
receive what
different
you
love
giving me
languages.
right now?
Yeah.
Many different love languages.
Come on, man.
Man.
They out there. They
I know,
out there.
you
So-
know,
Hey,
you
hey,
know,
hey, hey,
you know
and
what?
you know what I'm learning too? I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I'm learning that it is created. Sometimes,
Yes,
Yeah.
that,
that
too,
that
Ryder.
we desire and we
Man.
want it, and we don't know how to get to it.
Yeah.
And sometimes it looks like a together stroll to that top.
Yes,
Until when we
man.
get there, be like, damn, now we understand what that means.
Yes.
You know how this feel. I know how this feel. How can we keep making sure we reassure each other there on that?
Y'all gotta both actively work for that
Yeah.
Right.
conversation.
Agreed.
You know what I'm
Agreed.
saying?
And would y'all metaphorically say that's equivalent to a person being taught a certain way before they get to your team?
Yeah.
Seeing a certain their coaches in different teams was this way, then when they get to you, you have a whole different level of practicing and how you teaching them certain things, and it's like, okay, well, I ain't used to this type of way you doing it,
Right.
But I'm willing to learn because I see the intangibles and the what
Depending
comes
on
with
the
it.
mindset.
Man,
Yeah.
Like them dealing with somebody who used to, I want this from you, I want this from you. Now they're dealing with somebody who want to grow and get old with them.
Man,
It's gonna look different to
Yeah.
a nigga who just trying to fuck you right now.
It takes that one relationship to really break that barrier for your understanding if you're not already in that in
Man.
that
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Yeah.
We are there.
And what and like how, if y'all can explain, because y'all dealt with women like that, how do you go about it for somebody that's in a relationship and dealing with that, and they kind of get into their wits end of being fed up, like, man, this girl, fuck, man, like she don't got it, but I see the potential in her getting it.
Can't do it. You can't. I had to
too
learn the
old.
hard way. You can't fall in love.
No,
with
I'm
what
saying,
you
I'm
can't.
saying to what, like how Kay said, but just dealing with that trauma and creating it. Like, has the potential and want to grow in that potential, not somebody who's set in their ways.
I'm saying,
We ain't doing shit with them.
Yeah, you can't do
Yeah.
shit with them.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm gonna say, man, if she's trying and she's trying to get it, I'm gonna say that's some effort, and don't walk away completely, fast.
Yes.
But we got to be careful there, because sometimes
What
people
negates trying?
Because sometimes people show us exactly who they are.
Man.
And I'm gonna say, trying, it can just look simply as, I don't know what to do, but I'm making effort to consciously, do this. Now you told me about this problem. You told me about this problem. Now I'm doing something about it.
Now, what is, I don't know what to do, but I'm willing to learn if you teach me.
Fuck yeah, give me that. Give me that.
That's what I'm
Give me
saying.
that. Because that's perfection right there.
Yeah.
Because even within that, like I tell people all the time, I may sound like I know everything, but I don't.
Yeah.
And I know that I don't, but the shit that I do know, walk with me on that.
I mean,
What
the
if it's something
willingness.
that you want to be shit, but you don't know how to teach it?
Yeah, my God, we got to do our research.
It's
then.
the
I got to research that.
the willingness,
conversation.
Yeah.
to me, it's the
question.
willingness. As long as, like, to me, if something that they've got to like learn on is something that's not like sabotaging me or the relationship, then I mean, usually it's fine.
Right.
I mean, it comes down to, like say, so for instance, we spoke on a different show. If it's something like you learning to control your disrespectful tongue or something, I don't know how long I'm gonna put up with that, because then I'm just training you that it's okay. And I'm like, but if it's something that you're working at and you're actively like,
But wouldn't you feel that'd be, like I always say, a conversation out the beginning? Like, This is what I don't like conversation.
Yeah, but nobody's telling the truth in the beginning. You would like to tell the truth in the beginning, but you're not being that pure in the beginning. You just want to be
from the beginning.
I don't want to say nothing that's gonna piss you off. I want you to like me. Yeah,
we do the best that we can to find things out as soon as possible. I think
I put them under the microscope when we at dinner. You under that hot light, and I'm on your ass like an interrogator that's smiling and blushing and having fun, and we're gonna see, and we gonna drink and everything. The truth come out.
Yeah. Or even if it ain't me, I'm gonna see how you treat the people that you closest to.
That part.
Because if you treat them a certain way, I wonder how you gonna do me.
How you gonna do me?
I also look at the friend group too.
That too.
And the influence. It's a lot of
the influence of mom, the influence of extended family.
So,
and a lot of people like to say you are the weakest link of your association. So if you hang around 9, you're gonna be the 10th and everything. So if I'm hanging around 8 millionaires, if I'm on my shit and a hard worker, I want to be the weakest link out of that 10 because that means everybody else is pushing me to get to their level. You get what I'm saying? So I feel it's the same thing when it comes down to the women. And like y'all was saying, if not like, okay, if I'm dating 10 girls, I say probably 2 out of 3 probably gonna be honest and transparent. The other 6 probably gonna 7 and 6 gonna be playing chess with me.
Yeah, from pain.
Yeah,
because they don't want to be played with.
But I'm gonna let them know. I know you're playing chess and we can play. I'm just the wrong person to play it with. So are we fucking or are we not?
Yeah,
like
how you want to do it?
Hey, and when you say chess, are you equating that to like I don't want to discourage your liking of me. Yeah. So I'm try to like
strategize.
Coming to the table like this.
Yeah.
Playing games and all that, and I'm being open and transparent with you, but I see you kind of holding back. Now we got to see like what's the trauma behind that.
Yeah.
Did moms teach you to not tell your business to this and that? Like, what's the end game? What are we doing this
you
for?
Still trying to read me to see if I'm lying or not because that's all you done dealt with?
Because at this point in my 30s, slowly but surely approaching 40, it's like I want wives or a wife.
Man.
So I don't want to fuck. Yeah. And if I do, then if that's what it is, then let me take the light off of you. Let's take some shots and let's get it popping.
Yeah.
Now we ain't gotta play chess. Now we all in the open. But if I'm somebody you're considering spending the rest of your life with because you on the same wave of like, I want a husband too, JT, or I want this and that. Now we
gotta develop.
We gotta develop, and this is where she's gonna be transparent with me. I'm gonna be transparent with her. But it starts with me being transparent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And laying all my shit out on the table. And what that does too, it shows a woman like, okay, I'm dealing with a real man, not a boy, because one, this nigga got conversation. He looking in my eye. He's standing tall like a man. Pulled out my seat. Now, okay, this is God body talking. Now I'm vulnerable enough to be myself with him. And then he's asking me certain questions. I didn't tell the other 20 or 10 or 5 niggas this, JT, but I feel comfortable telling you. And one thing I love, you didn't judge me when I told you.
Yeah.
That opens up Pandora's box for more of her to come out and be transparent. You get what I'm saying?
Don't judge. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't. We all got to pass, man.
Yeah,
and once everybody come to that table and understand that, then it's like, come on, what are we here doing?
And we wasn't put here to be judgers. That's not our job.
I was making an insider, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah, no, I'm just like,
I ain't checking. I'm judging your mileage.
Yes, sir. You know, Kay talking about judging.
We all got mileage, if that's the case. You know what I'm saying? Like,
speak for yourself.
I mean, you can't dial back the speedometer, Mac.
For yourself.
What's the difference? What's the difference? And you got
Hey, Kay don't want to be at dinner and another nigga walk up and have
that's what I'm saying. Like you got one. If she got if her count is high over here and high over here, you want to know what the difference is over here. You know people over here. You don't know nobody over here. Which girl you want? Her mileage is high. Both of them is high. Damn near the same rack. But you want the one that.
Why am I in a box where I have to? I'm sorry.
No.
Because that's what it is. Just like he said. Like if they at a restaurant and one of them pull up and it's just like, oh, what's up?
Hey, Ken, we from South Central. We know how to go and fix that mileage on a car, man. We want to get that small shit.
It's illegal to mess with that speedometer. With that odometer.
We gonna fix the car the way that we were on the road. But you'll drive better through the streets knowing that you got this car over here where you don't know nobody. So the body count don't affect you mentally as bad as it would if it's a few of your homies that ran through and it's just like,
basically,
don't get me wrong.
As long as I don't know the Carfax, I'm good, right, Mac?
I got a challenge, man, to where it's like,
but you want to know.
I feel like her spirit gonna tell on her.
Yeah.
Like, not only saying that to say, like, don't get me wrong, I believe we can cleanse and we can replenish a lot of stuff, but I believe at least just in my interaction, like when I have heard it and talked to people, they like tend to be dim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, there's something dim about them, man. That's all. That's all.
Yeah.
I'll be real. I've kind of like, honestly, I won't say completely, but in a little bit of a way, changed my stance on that, only because it's like, as you get older, you like, people live life, man. Like, you can't. You're not shopping at new dealerships no more. You know, so
man,
it's like,
no, for real,
they're out there, but
a lot of times, like it's gonna hit the same.
They are.
But it's the connection that tend to be different, though.
Yeah.
You know,
if new dealerships are out there, they were just made. So let's step back from that one.
And those cars are underage.
Yeah, let's step
I ain't talking
back.
about that one, man.
Let's step back from that one. But like, you rarely find an auto dealership is just like, oh my God, like you have so many brand new cars that no first owners, and like
right.
what's going on?
I don't want no
here?
fast car, man. I want no 2-seater.
You ain't gonna drive that motherfucker anyway.
Wait, what does
I
that
want
have
the
to
truck.
do with it? I thought you were talking about mileage.
That
it was just commentary.
I'm saying like, nah, fuck that, man. I want the Dodge Durango. Yeah, I don't want no fast car, man. I'm cool.
You want a minivan?
Hey, if that's what it's gonna be,
that's hella slow, but that's big too.
Yeah, but
it's
that
the reason
motherfucker
why
gonna
it's
get me
slow.
across the US of A.
I want that RV and nigga can sleep in.
Man, that part. Part. Now I was gonna ask y'all this. Now,
There's a lot of space in there.
Kay said something that was significant about how they can be created. Now, what if they were already created and shaped and made how Yahweh made them to be, but you are that centerpiece to elevating them?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Valid, overly valid. Yep.
And that's why I'm saying that one that be like, I'm sorry I called you a nigga. I was raised like this, but teach me how to not. Teach me how to suppress that.
That is so fucking rare. But then again, like I said, that comes with conversation. Yeah, you got to be willing to communicate.
But what's for you is a rarity. So,
I've seen what that looks like, though.
Yeah.
But see, I've seen what that looks like.
That sucks.
And at least for others, especially like older others that I've seen get married like later in age and whatnot, and realize that like, okay, you know what, like no matter how much they say, like you got to be understanding. Yeah, I've seen plenty of instances where like when a woman respects a man outright, like I said on different shows, there are things that she just will not do. Yeah, or that she will check her own self on. So there is that threshold of respect there. Yeah, that they just got to get to.
Surface level though, because what about the women who didn't have fathers in their life, who don't have a respect for a man because the father wasn't in their life?
Yeah,
but
you know, a lot of times they don't even know what it looks like.
Yeah,
but a lot of times those ones will still find respect for the what they call the Pookies and the Ray Rays. They'll still respect them.
Nah, out of fear, perhaps.
Yeah,
that's not out of fear, man.
Nah,
it's out of respect. I believe it's out of respect.
It's
out of respect to they gangster.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's still out of respect.
Yeah, but it's limitations to it.
Yeah,
it's not pure.
And then did we not have another guest on the show as well explain that she is holding herself accountable because recognizing that being with a certain type of dude that is gonna elevate you means that she gonna have to learn how to grow up herself.
Yeah.
Versus I can be with this dude over here where I know he's fucked up, or I know he's, too shallow or too soft to challenge me on anything, so I don't gotta grow up, I don't gotta check myself, I don't gotta change. Yeah. And then when shit goes haywire, I can just blame him.
That's basically saying that you're like-minded though. You're in that same atmosphere. So that's a level of comfort that you're willing to deal with. You see all this growth over here, but you ain't gonna want to touch that because you know you're not ready for it.
Well, we don't say that often. We often say, the man is the one who can't handle the woman, not the woman hasn't grown to be able to.
Where do you be hearing these sayings from? Because I ain't never heard.
Bro, I watch other shows all the time to make sure like I'm up to speed on what we talking about.
TV is entertainment.
I'm not talking about TV shows, man.
YouTube.
I have to turn it off all the time.
You be watching some shit, man, with these feminists, man, and it like stop, man.
Nah,
no more.
You watch the Lifetime channel with popcorn?
No.
Like, ooh, this is a good movie.
Lifetime got some great movies, man.
No, I don't.
Yeah, they do. Don't do that. They do.
Hey,
they do.
You
watch them to learn how to not get got.
into it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask. Like, all day, can you like? Okay, if
All Saturday.
if you're dealing with a chick and she
All
like, I just want to sit
Saturday.
in that Lifetime movie, you can
Man,
get into
hell
it.
yeah.
All Saturday.
Yeah.
I know why, bitch. You ain't fit to kill me. If I sit here and watch everything you watching.
I don't know. I mean, we would have to split movies. You could do all Lifetime movies all day.
I ain't saying it's gonna be teeth pulling or it's gonna hurt. But yeah, I'll do it.
Hey, you
If we drink it, and it can't just be watching. We gotta have
I'll watch some of your stuff, and then afterwards, like we gonna watch one of mine. I don't know if I can all day
If
just
she'll
watch.
sacrifice and watch Red Zone with me all Sunday, that's an all day motherfucking get up.
But what if she already do that?
If you can sit back
Watch
and
the
watch
football?
watch a basketball.
Oh yeah, I'm
game
gonna give
with
her
me,
that. I'm gonna give her that Saturday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna give her that Saturday.
Hell yeah.
But like she watching it because she like it. She into it too.
I'm gonna discern that because if you ask me why he do this, what's that, then you just watching it to watch it. But if you like, I know it.
But yeah, she talking her shit. She know players.
Oh yeah, then damn, that's I'm gonna give her. I'm gonna be doing the same thing with Lifetime.
Okay,
girl, you seen that? You seen it?
We about to die. Watch this.
You watch them rom-coms.
Yeah. Hey, on that note, we gonna take a quick break. We'll be back in a tick on the Patio Politics. Y'all keep it locked.
You are now rocking with the Patio Politics.
What up, world? We back. You know the cheat code. What I love about Lifetime now is it ain't just on drama. I fuck with thrillers and suspense because now I gotta think.
Them the ones we die in.
Yeah,
we do die in, and they easy.
And they be killing us.
Easy as fuck to figure out. But I gear towards those opposed to the more depressing, boring shit. But see, the blessing in that is now with these Lifetime apps on Amazon Prime, fellas, you welcome. You can pick and everything.
Which shows? Yeah.
Now we can pick.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
on Saturday,
I've been there.
You don't control your algorithm.
Yeah.
So you got to watch what comes up.
Right.
You gonna get burnt out after movie 1 and 2. But if you searching through the box, you get to pick out certain ones. It's still under Lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
So fellas, you win. It's still under Lifetime, but it's like it ain't so drama-ish. It's a little thriller, a little horror. It's different type of shit.
You can control the narrative.
You can control your algorithm.
When I think of Lifetime,
You can control your playlist. You can control your
receipt. And I gotta throw this out there too, man. Because when I think of Lifetime movies, I'm sorry, I think of Lifetime like back in the like 90s, early 2000s. I haven't seen them like that.
Those were the best ones.
Yeah, but they were depressing.
That's what those were the dramas.
Killers.
Yeah, that was the drama.
The drama.
It was depressing.
It was
if you see like Peggy Sue's story, then it's gonna be depressing. You know somebody dying.
None of the docs.
Yeah, nah. You gotta
it was depressing. It was like, damn. When I turned to cartoons, I immediately felt my mood lift from watching that kind of shit.
Out, man. Look, Rada, it's a movie called Buried in Barstow. I seen that shit in Lifetime. That shit's like a female version of John Wick in The Equalizer.
Okay.
I shit you not.
It sounds like something Oprah would show.
Nah, hell no, not this. It's called Buried in Barstow.
She killing a bunch of females or?
She killing dudes. Nobody's black in here, but it's a great movie. Yeah. I don't get with the black Lifetime movies. That's another whole topic.
Yeah.
But nah, Buried in Barstow, y'all check it out. It's a great movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is she not killing women? That's my thing. Like, men die too much in Lifetime movies.
I can't tell you why, but it's a reason why she killing a specific dude and going after people.
Hey,
is this like some kind of like reflection of? I'm sorry. Is this like some kind of reflection of Coffee?
Nah.
Okay.
It's on some like Equalizer, Jack Reacher, John Wick shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I feel like that shit fit the narrative for like just a lot of people where they deal with shit with their nigga and that be the emotions that they feel.
Man.
Lifetime be like, ooh.
Confirmation.
Like, confirmation. Like,
Hell
ooh.
yeah.
Yeah, that's why.
Hell yeah.
At the end of that shit.
You want to know the thoughts of your woman? Man, watch Lifetime with her. You gonna see.
Man.
You gonna see.
And that
thought
shit
about
don't
it.
spook you afterwards?
Nah, it's just like, let's have a conversation. How you really feel?
You want to talk about the trauma?
That's where you see the buried trauma. That shit. Lifetime will bring that shit to the surface, or whatever the case may be.
I'm about to tuck you in and put this knife under my pillow, baby.
Man, get done watching Lifetime, slamming doors now, all type of shit.
Oh shit, it's stupid.
All of a sudden they got a short fuse with you.
Man, for real. Now, to transition to the other get up we was gonna talk about, just our sisters castrating our black man, their husbands,
Tearing us down.
Now, I'm gonna give a quick example of when Mike Tyson was with Robin Givens and he was going through his shit. I don't know if he had the Buster Douglas fight before or after. It was in that time frame though, when they went on national television, and it was kind of like about the abuse allegations, and Mike Tyson wasn't saying nothing. It's all on YouTube for y'all to go look at it. But he was castrated on national television to where he was put in a position where women against men, he was the monster, and he was just stoned, like he was on, like, off something. He was like that paralyzed in the moment because the shit that she was saying to him, it was like he wasn't even sitting next to her.
Yeah.
And it was, you could tell he was crushed by it. Now in that same light, we have a situation with what's going on presently with, y'all know who, Inkwell, Menace to Society.
My God.
You know what I'm saying?
I Am Legend.
Where she kind of just, man, put him under the bus and everything. And one thing I like to say, man, I think one of the most deceiving things is if when you married to a woman for shit, a year, 2 years, 20, 30, 50 years, just to find out she was in love with another man. You get what I'm saying?
The whole time.
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. When Mike Tyson was going through that whole shit he was going through, he was a man that was beaten by the world already. So he was down on the ground, not even resuscitated up to catch wind, to go to his corner, get his shit together, and come back to continue fighting. He was down on the ground. She stumped his ass deeper. Same thing with what I'm talking about now. This man, 10-year ban from the Oscars.
Yep.
And everything. Already you got the world saying you're a pushover. If Tupac was still alive, that's who she should have married. And all this shit. Calling you a sucker. The whole sleeping with your child's friend shit.
Yep.
Man, you gotta understand, man.
Pedophilia.
Pedophilia.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all this is it can be perception, but I'm going off public records of what people can go find out. But you see the conversation that was had with him at the table, how he looked, the pain in his eye. Any real man can feel that hurt. You get what I'm saying? And where you can see with us, it was kind of reserved. Like, he could say shit too. He could have threw shit under.
He
held it though.
He held it.
You can see the.
He held it.
See, I'm gonna hold my tongue on this one.
Yeah, and let you get off whatever you feel.
Yeah,
you gotta get off.
He for sure took that position.
Man, Ryder, you know, and
kind of felt like he deserved it or something. People from his way of looking.
Man, people call him a pussy for that. That's some stand up nigga shit though.
Yeah,
for real though.
You know,
that's patience.
I ain't about to handle this on TV.
Yeah,
we gonna talk about this though.
Yeah,
you can man.
And honoring his pact to the relationship,
right? And
being loyal to the soil,
right?
Opposed to getting numbers and just, I'm gonna take these lashings, but to continue to take it, get stumped down by the world, and get stumped down by her. What are y'all thoughts just on that type of shit?
Man, I feel like
shit is foul.
Man, like, it's supposed to be us. Like, it's not even supposed to be us against nobody.
Yeah.
But it's us against the world.
Man, that part. And you talking about from a relationship
standpoint, and the fact that you going up now and you shining a light on our issues. You feel me? And like, you know, don't get me wrong, especially if it's things that we haven't addressed. Behind closed doors. And then now it's the first time you bringing it up like this. It's like, wow.
But it's not even the first time. Why do you feel okay to keep talking about me like this?
Yeah.
Man, like the connotation of everything, the energy that it was coming out in, it's like now she's like she got defense up against this man, you know, and bringing out all of his dark sides, you know. And I'm like, wow, like this the light you want to shine, with your king, like, man, this is your child's. Not only that, like this is your child's, your kid's father, like the way that you treat them, like, man, like it's so much in that, man.
And it's funny because people say, man, oh man, we never saw it coming because it's in that
bullshit.
I feel like when you go down to the history of the movies, this character has this person portrayed as characters, and they play it to a T where it's so believable. It's parts of that person's human nature in that character. That's why it's so convincing and so real. I tell people that all the time. They're like, well, this person just a great. I'm like, nah. Parts of them is in that character, or all of them is in that character for it to be that realistic and everything. And you look at the diaspora, the characters they portrayed, most of them, 50 to 60%, were all heartbreakers.
Yep.
Because if it's not, then you got to be out of your mind to even get there.
What, Set It Off. Matrix.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
In the Matrix.
Yes. You look at Inkwell.
Yeah.
She broke that dude's heart. You get what I'm saying? He was a recluse. He was an introvert. Now he with the baddest broad on the beach in that little city. He rocking with her. Her ex come back. She kick him to the curb. He see her in the fucking window, kissing and hugging the dude, and just looked at look at the poor young boy, look in his eyes, and just tore his heart out his chest. You get what I'm saying? That's some cold shit. That's
I still remember that scene.
And shouts out to dude, man, because that ain't the only situation. There was a group that I ain't even gonna name back in the 80s who used to rap, but he was on that individual too. And everybody like was looking at the girl like, man, okay, that's Will Smith. He kind of cheesy, Fresh Prince, all that. She kind of was like, nah, he a pusher, I don't want him. And she ended up getting with a thug type dude that was similar to Pop. And then what happened? She was getting her ass beat left and right, yada, yada, yada. And now she sat up with regret like, damn, I could have been before her. Yeah. And had everything like this.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
I could have had my Russell Wilson, or shall I say, I could have had my Will Smith.
I wouldn't even call him a Russell though, man. Not
even a Russell,
because I respect Will Smith, man, and just all that he's contributed just to hip hop and everything else and acting. He just seemed like a cool, solid ass dude.
Yeah, for real.
You know, we all entitled to making mistakes and everything, but you see how biased the world could be, because I feel if it was reversed and he was doing that to her.
Oh man,
they would all be.
You see the integrity. Every time you see Will Smith come up, you see the integrity of the value that he holds to his relationship.
Yes.
He not trying to smut her name,
man,
trying to throw her under the bus. When he speak about the issues, he generalize it.
Yes.
He don't like be like, boom, this is that, unless it's like, you know, like an attack. But I ain't never seen him like really like just go in and attack. I ain't seen everything, but at least from what I've seen.
Yeah. And that's what make it so heartfelt towards him, because it's other cats. Just imagine other cats who's not on in a public eye going through that type of shit, where they married to somebody for years, but they're almost like, I know my wife, wish this nigga was alive, or wish this dude was with her and everything. You gotta take it to account, like, damn, well, I'm fucking you. Are you thinking about this nigga? Yeah. We in the bathroom for that long time, taking them extended showers. Are you getting off to, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? You know what too? I can see too. Just I think something happened that opened up all the cans of beans.
Man, yeah.
On a relationship, whether the entanglement is all right.
Yes.
So they say.
So I'm just saying that to say, like, I can also see to where that opened up something where now you gotta explain yourself. Now you gotta get on the defense side and just start talking about all of this other shit.
Or when the people back being in your grace.
Yeah.
Y'all read his book or listened to his book? It's damn good. I haven't read or listened to the whole thing, but I've heard little inserts and pieces, and it's like the things that he had to go through in order to just be with Jada, and like actually like the wedding and not like
sacrifice.
Yeah, it's just like, bro, what are you doing here? Leave. Yeah. What are you doing here? You got to put in too much. Like, leave. Like, what?
How do we know that she don't have the same stories though? And I'm not.
It's possible.
I'm not agreeing with the bullshit. You feel me? But I'm just saying that to say, like, I know on a lot of times to where we both make sac. In her eyes, they'd be arguing. Yeah. She'd be like, well, I sacrificed X, Y, and Z to where it'd be a counsel. Like, well, like I did the same thing you did.
And I feel like it's still secrets that we don't know about.
100.
You know what I'm saying? There's speculation and things of that nature, because I've heard some things, but it's just like, all right, well, I don't like going off of really what I heard. Like, it's all about what I see.
Yeah.
Let me try to figure it out the best as I can from that, and then see if I can catch a feeling from it. Because you can't always believe somebody's side of the story.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then when you go on national television, man, to promote your product,
That's foul.
and throw your husband under the bench, man, it's like, regardless. Okay, say for example they split up and they had.
And when it was dying down. It was dying down. Man. Like, why? Why still? All right, they ain't talking about you no more, Will. You think you about to come out and be straight and be cool and looking good and looking nice? All right, for sure. Oh, they talking about your movie. Oh, you finally got a movie out or whatever, and everybody saying that is good. And all right, time to switch it up.
But then it ties down to what I be thinking about too is the Hollywood shit you said.
Yeah.
What if it's staged?
Yeah. What if?
You can what
if? There's always the possibility. I look at it from every other which way that I possibly can.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I'm not about to get myself worked up into a frenzy over what I don't have full information about. Like I don't live with the Smiths.
Yeah.
I'm not friends with them.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up. We just gonna take everybody else's word on what's happening in their household. You know what I'm saying? Even the shit that they saying, it could be like plug and play.
Cause I mean, if I was like, well, excuse me, when I get to that point, and if rumors are spilling about me, since I don't give a fuck about nothing, I'm gonna feed the rumors. Like, yeah, that's what happened.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I can equate this to, you ever been on Facebook and see somebody blasting their relationship?
Yeah, man.
Like this shit happens. Like, equate, and they get to speaking on all this shit. You like, whoa, we ain't know all of that.
Yeah.
And then you see some pictures later.
That's vanity though.
Oh yeah,
they back good or something, or not.
That's people feeding their vanity though, because quite frankly, I believe that might have been what happened with that the situation with Aquila and the Bee.
Wow.
Wow. That was big and being pushed for a minute, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, hold up a minute.
Propaganda.
Hey, but that's why.
And then what? She introduced a new business after that.
But
she had small comments in between. Yeah. I think people were just overlooking. Like, he was like, "Hold on, like, okay, we know you didn't entirely feel okay about this situation. You also felt some way too.
Yeah,
but pulled it back though.
Yeah,
like, man.
Yeah. Now, would it be safe to say, are y'all gonna keep y'all shit private?
Oh hell yeah.
I would.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I mean, I did more. I tried to do that as much as I possibly could within the last situation. Mm-hmm. But at the same point, it felt good enough to display.
Yeah.
To where
I feel people should have that freedom to display though.
Yeah.
And I feel like we can control. Well, fuck. I was gonna say we can control who follows us and who don't. Mm-hmm. But you can't, because motherfuckers create ghost pages.
Yeah. They
go out their way to just be nosy and all that, and you can have
wild.
And now that's still that negative energy projected onto your relationship that shouldn't even fucking be. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? And then sometimes people can take it as, this is how I look at public relationships. When they post, people only just see the good.
Yeah.
So a motherfucker that's going through shit is gonna resent that and say, my shit ain't like that. I remember what you saying. If you posting up you being at the games, a motherfucker that ain't never been to a game in their life that wanna go is gonna resent that.
Yeah.
Not because it's like, fuck Mac, I hope he die, I hope he fall down the steps of the game and everybody laughing. But it's like,
want that.
Fuck, like I want that. Why he get that? And I think when
coveting.
When it's public, they don't be transparent with the good and the bad.
Yes.
Say, nah, this is what we go. We have to work a 9 to 5 to get this, opposed to seeing every other month you posting trips. Motherfuckers gonna be like, that nigga made it. He got it all.
It's like, nah, I know how to plan my shit.
Yeah.
And let me speak to that too, especially the point that you just made. Like, what was interesting, as you were trying to say, I only watch certain pages. Like, no, where I watched stuff that I watched before, like a lot of it was the Obamas and Michelle Obama. And Michelle Obama, she was on some kind of interview with Kelly Rowland and a few others, and she was saying how, like,
man, T, hold this till after the break.
Can I make my point?
Yeah, hold the point. We're gonna go to break and then we're gonna come back, because we're gonna hold that point.
Yeah,
because you just named everybody hang with Kim Kardashian, Sierra, and everything, and Lala.
I said Michelle Obama, but okay.
Yeah,
now we're gonna go to the break.
All right, man, keep it locked. We'll be back after this.
You trust me? Come here. I want to help you ease your anxiety if you allow me to. I think it's magical. I kiss the slow down time. I can make your spirit move at the pace of the earth when your lips meet mine. Life is so much better when you slow down. We so in a rush just to go nowhere when the best place to be is right here.
With the Patio PolitiCz.
Yeah.
Right, fourth quarter shit's about to get deep, T. What the hell you talking about, man?
I know what I'm talking about, man. I'll send you the link after the show so you can see what I'm talking about. It ain't no bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm not watching pages of feminists.
I'm listening. Talk to me, man.
No, what Michelle Obama said that was impactful to me, and she said it multiple occasions. She said it on a stage as well, too. She was, people were asking her questions about her marriage, and she was saying how, out of 30 years, she was like, I will take a marriage of 30 years if you're telling me I only had 10 bad years. She was like, a lot of y'all look at photos of me and Barack. She was like, y'all don't realize I was mad at him this day.
Mm-hmm.
Or this day we weren't even getting along. We weren't even talking.
Yeah.
When this happened, this was at this stage in our relationship. Mm-hmm. She talked about the different stages and whatnot that they went through. And a lot of the ones were kind of refuting it because they thought that he was just making this perfect environment for her to be happy all the time, like what we see in celebrity marriages. And I like that fact that she was more transparent on that than you see a lot of these others.
Because he's the president.
Yeah, she was like, y'all saw us dancing in this photo, and she was like, I wasn't even talking to him that day.
Now let me ask you this: can Jesus do wrong in the eyes of a Christian? Can Beyonce do wrong in the eyes of the Beehive?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no.
She can say, I'll fuck Memphis Bleak, Dame Dash, and Benny Siegel. Are them women going to turn around and walk away and say, we leaving the Beehive?
Hell no. They going to defend her.
And when we just saying
same with Michelle.
The credibility on the people that's following behind her and that she's speaking to.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure I follow.
Like, how she's doing that, it comes across transparent, but it's like, be quiet. Come on.
Okay, well, I'm only saying that because that's congruent with like other people in my life that would say the exact same thing. Yeah. That like I got aunts and uncles still married. My grandparents, I've told y'all, I'm married 60 plus years. Yeah. Will tell you things like that. Yeah. So that's to me, that's confirming that. I'm not saying that like Michelle is my number one source to go through. Yeah. But I'm saying like, no, that's.
But is a Michelle or Beyonce, are they gonna say like, I cheated, I had an affair, I got pregnant and went and got an abortion because this and that? Who the people gonna respect more? Not because I'm saying not
they're gonna get more support than ridicule is what he's saying.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Instead of being like, oh, we thought you motherfuckers was perfect.
Yeah.
Now the questions start. Now the real questions will start. Well, why you was mad at him? Yeah. Because that's gonna open up doors of transparency to see maybe she was mad about some bullshit that she shouldn't have been mad at. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Maybe he's a pushover too.
Well, I mean, I'm only simply saying that because that was confirming what I've heard from others that I trust. Yeah. So, I mean, I've listened to aunts and I've listened to, grandmothers and whatnot talk about the imperfections and the work you got to put in and things that happen. I've listened to transparent things that I don't share.
Yeah, no,
Yeah. So yeah, I'm fully aware of that. She's the only one who talks that way. I don't hear the others, like the others that we brought up before. I don't see them doing that. I see them putting out the Instagram relationship.
Mm-hmm. But I'm saying that to say because if we go back to Devon Franklin, it was a whole fucking cult of y'all people that believed in their relationship and everything. Because I never forget when he was on that show, and a woman called him out about, hey, if you a follower of God, why you dressed like this, Megan? And he said he got on her head and everybody start clapping. But if we living in a state of Christianity and God body, the lady had a valid fucking point. Yeah. Because now y'all divorced. And she was licking and eating ass of a man on a television show.
Well, not only that, but there's been other times I questioned his sermons a couple times. He was like, she can dress however she wants in the name of the Lord. And I'm like, that ain't
okay. I got a perfect question because you're a millennial. Why do y'all follow people like Steve Harvey and him?
Y'all.
Yes, millennials.
I don't, but yeah.
You did. How many books you owned of Devon Franklin?
I didn't follow Steve Harvey.
How many books you got of Devon Franklin?
I had 3.
Was he on Steve Harvey's show?
Yeah.
Okay, they all in the same circle. Was he on Oprah?
Oh yeah.
I'm naming people who bashed the black man. Oprah, Steve Harvey, and that Devon Franklin shit or whatever.
I was not, but you said Steve Harvey. I was definitely never on Steve Harvey.
Do you feel a person is a part of their association?
Could be, yeah.
Could.
Okay.
Do y'all feel that you are what you associate yourself with?
Sometimes.
I mean, in this instance though, like when I was reading in his books, I still was not fucking with Steve Harvey. So.
Okay, but was you fucking with Devon Franklin?
At a point in time, yeah.
Okay, so and his mentor was Steve Harvey.
So you was fucking with
his mentor?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I guess I didn't see it.
So it's like by default.
I guess I didn't see it that way, yeah. But
because I'm asking you to simply say, right, like what made them so prolific that people had the millennials follow them for relationship advice?
Yeah.
Being younger and not knowing no better, I would say.
Okay.
I mean that's really what it was.
Yeah.
I did because I put it this way. I told you how I started off. There was another guy on YouTube calls himself a love ambassador. All of them actually, Steve Harvey, all of them from the start, I actually couldn't stand them.
Steve Harvey a comedian, or supposed to be.
But when I said I couldn't stand them, I'm saying that like,
aren't they funny? Go ahead.
Steve wasn't to me, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's the point.
You know, but no, I was more so like, I guess I look to give everybody a fair shot. So even on both sides, like for instance, you know, politically, I'm not gonna get into politics and whatnot, but like I've noticed that some people in politics just strictly don't want you to like the other person on the other side because they don't like them.
Yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, no, I'll give them a fair shot and listen to what they got to say. But then it's like the fact that I even listened to them, you mad at this shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm getting at. So how I came to kind of listen to them was that same way, because I've listened to content that's completely opposite of what they speak on now. But that comes from me giving them a fair shot the same way I gave them guys a fair shot.
Because I'm saying the person who has more credibility than Steve Harvey and Devon Franklin is your grandfather who ain't wrote no books.
Yeah,
on
ain't
TV,
in the public eye.
Ain't in the public eye or nothing.
He ain't got to act no particular way for nobody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Because he was still in the successful regardless of the bullshit. And this is the thing we got to break away from. One thing that's a pet peeve of mine when people say, it ain't going to be perfect. Look at there's power in the tongue. Look what people speak over your relationship. Now you going into a situation saying like, that's like saying, oh man, you play football, you ain't gonna juke everybody. What if I do? Because I'm just that fucking good.
Yeah.
And I practice every day to not get tackled.
Yeah.
And what perfection looks like to you may not be what it looks like.
Yeah. But the people that project that be people who don't believe in perfection.
Yes.
Or believe in themselves in that.
Yeah. And single.
Yeah.
So it ain't gonna be perfect. It ain't gonna be this. Times is different. Y'all don't have the methods of work ethic that we have now to work on them things to perfect the areas that we may lag in. Because where back in the day they may argue over finances, have a blown out argument and be dancing, right? When you catch it, getting to that point, hey baby, let's have a talk about the finances. Let's have a meeting every Tuesday about finances. Now you just did something that wasn't being done 40 years ago to prevent the arguments from happening.
Come on.
Man, like, come on.
Yeah.
And that's why I say the blueprint, we create the foundation of how we want our castle to be.
That's right.
When you look at any kingdom that's built, they do. Napoleon, Genghis Khan, all these people, they created the foundation of how, and the reason why people call them dictators, I ain't gonna say what people, but call them dictators because they, like what Kay was saying in the other one, what's a suit to them, the Eurocentric people, and a suit to me. This warrior thing is a suit to me, and I can go conduct the same meeting with the same intellect and get the same point across in my comfortability of who I am. And it's the same thing with building your castle and your house. What was going on in the 60s, 70s, or 90s and how mom and dad did they shit ain't how you gonna conduct in your household. You get what I'm saying? Because think of the times, like when you was little, did your dad play video games with you for hours?
No.
Did Lamar play hours?
Not hours, but we played.
Yeah.
No.
See? Same with me. I don't even recall my pops picking up a joystick with me probably once or two times. But if imagine we have sons and all that shit, and we spend hours really playing it and really giving on, like not letting them win and really challenging them, imagine what it's going to do for them, because we take ourselves back to those times and say, damn, Imagine if my dad would have played with me. He really was into that shit.
I remember I used to
playing for hours.
Love the people that played with us as kids.
Man, we did.
Remember those times.
Man, for real. Now imagine y'all translate that into boom. Or y'all playing a relationship with y'all girl, but now y'all teaching it. See, our mom didn't understand the coalition of games and the strategies behind it. But if you teach like, okay, well, if we play GTA, this is how you manage money. Go do this mission. I'm gonna go take a shit or a shower. Go to the car shop and go make sure the car is good. Go run and bust that mission. Now it's a challenge to them. Now you got to make sure the car don't get no scratches and all this shit. Now you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're doing different shit than what was done before.
Yeah.
So
We was just left by ourselves.
Control simulation,
Rada. So
another thing too, I hear by I only hear from like people who like married couples that I know personally, not people on TV. They say like they talk about things to do before the relationship that people on TV don't.
Man,
like one thing that I've heard consistently, I think CT even said too. They was like, start your traditions early.
Man,
they're like,
come on.
They like don't wait till you have kids to start traditions. They're like, no, your first year, like say, okay, how do we want to spend this holiday?
Yes.
And then let's set a goal to see how we gonna do this after X amount of years.
Come on, man.
Or like what are our expectations for these different areas? Even if we don't necessarily meet them, let's just say like I just want to know where your head is at.
Where your head is at.
And I'm like, damn, they don't. The Steve Harveys, the Devons, they don't talk about that shit.
Nah, they don't.
And I was going to at the time too. I was going to the church as well that he would preach at often too. So like a lot of that I feel because one reason I stopped even going to that place. I'm not gonna mention it by name. But I stopped going to that place because it was just a place that a lot of feel like celebrities went to, and it was more like motivational speaking type of worship, not really rooted in the word a lot of times, and just telling people what they wanted to hear. And at the time, you know, that's why when you asked me was I following them, and I was like, well, I guess I kind of was, but I didn't know that I was really like, I didn't really know what was going on. You know, I thought I was just following what was right. You know, I'm in the church where we're taught to go. Yeah, for sure. Until, you know, like you listen to people like Brother Matthias, who's like, no, you got to be a wordsmith. Like, so you can challenge the guy who's way up there. Just because he's up there don't mean that what he's saying is right. And but it takes time to, you know, discern that. And I feel like I don't really look at it as a challenge. You're inquisitive on having a relationship with the Most High. So if somebody get pet peeved or irritated because you're asking the right questions that they deem is too many, then are you really a man of God? Or you need to go back and do some research. One thing I can never respect, we've been listening to this specific gospel artist for years. I know I have. I used to hear him every fucking Sunday when Mom Dukes would start cleaning up and everything. So me listening, I had the interpretation and the perception that, man, this man knows the word inside and out. But when I seen a white man call this dude out and say, hey man, why you on the stage gyrating? Why you doing this? Why you doing that? And he's deviating and gaslighting the questions and running from it. Then as a grown-ass man of God who's been leading millions of people to listen to your music, influencing millions of people, you gotta go to your phone like a little kid and call Pastor, this guy wants to talk. What? I've been misled. What the fuck is this? You had to call daddy to help you fight?
I'm just seeing a representative right now.
Man, I mean,
that's why it says, you know, to tell the false prophets is by testing them. And, you know, and be careful who you know, don't have itching ears. Like a lot of people out here have.
Man, like, and fuck all that tradition shit. Like, if this man wants to create with his woman on the 3rd of every month, we're gonna have a this day, or we're gonna have a this day. That's their holiday. That's some dope ass shit. But we feel we have to be confined in a box of having our relationship this certain way because this is what the world and society says that. But it's like, nah, that's not how it's supposed to be.
We ain't gotta work within that.
We ain't gotta work within that shit. Why just celebrate Valentine's Day on the 14th?
That's stupid.
You mean I gotta honor it? And then even with our anniversaries, why are we celebrating all these years one day? Why we can't celebrate it every fucking day? Why every day ain't our birthday? Why I just can't bring you a bouquet of flowers and say, hey, let's do something spontaneous. Fuck work. Let's go OT and just go. Where we going, baby? I don't fucking know. Let's fill the tank up and just go. Let's buy some plane tickets and go somewhere and get lost. And then deal with whatever happens
when we get back.
Man, that spontaneous love is it, man. Because when you start letting time get into it, it's like you start living by that curriculum,
man. And we restrict it,
man. Limited.
You restrict it.
And see, that's something though that's lost in this generation as well too. Again, going back to the point of people value things and not not principle,
Yeah.
not loving people. Like, my great grandparents. So the interesting thing is they died with so much money, and we always knew they had some money because my grandfather had cars, he had all kind of computer equipment, just stuff. But when they passed away, it was like, dang, with how much they had, they could have lived in some like Beverly Hills type of shit, man. But you know what was funny? They found their virtue and value in like the most minute of things. Like my grandfather could sit there and play Ray Charles and let it just blast through his backyard, and they might.
Hey, Ryder, one thing about wisdom, it don't clout chase, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it never ages. It's like fine fucking wine, Ryder.
Bro, they could go outside and sit outside in they swing and just like look at the birds in the trees.
Man, simplicity.
Yeah,
what the world calls simplicity.
Yeah, bro.
What the world may call it.
They were still. I mean, they were.
We gotta find another word for simplicity. Man, it's so much beauty in simplicity. It'll fuck your head.
I feel like simplicity is what genius is.
Yes, yes.
Like when we call people genius, it's because they are that.
Man. And that's the thing that's hard nowadays. I won't say hard nowadays. I don't even think in just a relationship sense, but with certain people you come across is people who can enjoy simplicity.
Man,
like for instance, one of my personal hobbies that I enjoy now, especially because I like reading. Man, in the valley, there's some parks I can go to close to the mountains where it's so quiet. Lay out you a towel on the grass, with you a book, and lay back and listen to some meditation music, bro.
Yes,
I can lay at the park.
Yes.
For some hours, man.
I challenge you too. When you go next time, take your shoes and your socks off.
I have.
And earth. Oh yeah.
Come on, earth sign.
The beach is fun to do that too.
Yes.
Yeah.
But come on, them parks, man.
You feed more than just the mind. You feed the body, and God is in you at that point. Yeah.
It's a saying that say, "Be where your feet are."
Yeah.
You know, and it's it showed up in Chopwood and Carry Water. So I think they got their name, the title after that saying, "Be where your feet are." And literally, man, when you put your feet down, man, like try to send the awareness of your brain down to your feet too as you're breathing.
Damn.
And that it helps ground something like real on a real level.
Ain't it interesting too? I'm sorry to cut you off.
No.
As a director, like how this all ties into film as well too. Like when your mind is wandering places and you're like, man. They teach you in acting classes and coaches and everything. Like, man, wherever you are, be there. And be present in the character
and in the moment.
And in the moment, yeah.
And I tell people sometimes, man, that moment is all you got. You got it. It's what you're gonna do with it. You're gonna waste it or you're gonna be in it. You know, live life, but don't let life live you type shit. And that shit equates in acting and everything. That's why I always teach, like with us, man, we gonna shoot every shot like it's the last. Even if we do 100 safeties, we're gonna shoot the motherfuckers like it's our last. And that tied down to y'all, because I wasn't I ain't gonna say fuck the no fap. That's I'm just different. But, but me, I'm saying it's the simplicity and just taking time away from intimacy to fall in love with the person's spirit. And so it makes intimacy so much.
It's different.
It's love making. That's why they teach us to wait to get married. So you know who you know who you plant your seeds with.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
This is
there's
mine.
A bond there that's not sexual.
Man, come on, and that's the man. Yeah.
Let's learn how to communicate before we communicate in a whole nother language.
Man, for real.
Physical
that's
language.
A desire. Man. I low key like want that now, but then again, I kind of don't, cause just. I ain't gonna get into it. Patio PolitiCz, y'all already know what it is.
On me.
That's another show.
Did you write it down?
No.
See?
No.
I challenge you to do that. Write the type of woman you want. I guarantee you she gonna show up.
That's crazy.
It's divine.
And make sure you are what you're asking for.
Man, that part.
Yeah, definitely. I be telling people all the time, like, don't ask no questions that you ain't prepared to answer yourself.
That's the man.
Because I'm gonna receive your question. I'm gonna answer.
Are you ready for that woman?
Yeah.
Are you ready for a woman to be a reflection of you?
Yeah. Why not?
Are you ready? Now, fuck. Why not? Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I know me now.
Can you handle her?
I know I can handle my damn self.
You can't handle yourself. You a wild boy, man. You wild.
Why the fuck I can't?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Make sure y'all tap in with our sponsors. Make sure y'all click that like, that subscribe, that notification bell, so you know when we here every Tuesday.
Yeah, pray y'all learn something.
Yeah, we
pray
got
y'all learn something.
Panels, interviews. You already know how it goes down. Tap in
and let them know, man. If y'all want to come and get a bar of this too, man, we have an open invite to you getting your shit chopped down too.
This table take off.
Just check your energy though before you
if you don't check your energy the doorway gonna check your energy, and you gonna leave with a different energy.
And if you don't know God, you gonna know him when you leave out this month.
Come on, because it's a ministry.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's the Patio PolitiCz. Keep it locked, man. We love y'all, and we out like this.